It's Madden NFL 22, and the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the reigning Super Bowl champs and the Bills. Coming up next.
We are just about 4 miles off the shore of Lake Erie at Bills Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. A few moments ago, to the delight of this Buffalo crowd, it was the Bills racing out of the tunnel as they get set to match up with the Houston Texans. It's 3-0 versus 2-1, a good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. Fielded right around the 8. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. For the Buffalo offense coming out, and it is Josh Allen who is at the helm.
And for how good he is throwing the ball, it's his running that makes him so dangerous. He had a couple of touchdowns on the ground in last week's game, so we'll see what they dial up for him for this one.
Allen now on first down. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting them back on the sack. A lot of talk the other day about them wanting to quiet this home crowd early and often. Very first play of the game, they do just that.
You're exactly right about that, because that's often a conversation when you go on the road and you travel. Hey, let's take the crowd out of it. What a great way of doing so by putting the quarterback on the deck.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And some strong running. And he'll be taken down at the 18. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. To the air, Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And here's a look at their leader, standing 6'4".
Well, he did go 2-2 in the last ball game. Well, actually, he went 2-2-1, with the 1 being the victory.
Yeah.
That's the bottom line there. But wasn't it funny at practice? He threw one when we were watching, threw an interception, and the defense got on him a little bit, good-naturedly. But they're letting him know, you got to cut down those interceptions. We can't bail you out all the time.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. But as you said, they got the win in that effort last week. On 1st and 10, Hutchins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Mitchell. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Trucks over him. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. The numbers last week for Mitchell. 24 carries, 126 yards.
And the way they ran the ball in last week's game has to be satisfying to their entire staff, because they're seeing not just a back gain big yardage, but they're seeing an offensive line really in sync.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
On first down, Mitchell. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. From the 10, 1st and goal. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown, Texans! Kyle Pitts, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You say, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help. And
they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. And that last throw, CD, going to move him even further up that all-time passing leaderboard as he just moved beyond Broadway Joe Namath at 27,663 yards.
And that's impressive because Joe Namath, my goodness, he could throw a football. I mean, it was just gorgeous the way he threw it. Rallied his Jets to a Super Bowl win, one of the greatest upsets in NFL history. Broadway Joe, the man.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The numbers for Diggs from a week ago. He had 200 yards in his sights, but fell a little bit short.
And I think with him coming off of a game like that, you actually run the risk of trying to force it to him too much because those numbers don't happen every week so easily, but you think that they're going to.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. And he gets it down to the 32. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Allen going to give the Singletary on the option, and he'll go down at the 28. They'll run on first down. Singletary. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on third. Throwing now is Allen. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but
Mike McCarthy pretty decisive. He brings out that red challenge flag. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have one challenge remaining. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And this is complete to Moore on the comebacker. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball?
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Mitchell, and he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw. Hutchins, and he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Hutchins.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
The Texans send the punter out, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line.
Buffalo offense back out ready to go.
And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Benjamin St. Juste there on the stop.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on third down. To throw, it's Allen. And this is going to be incomplete. The Bills send the punter out, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Fielded just inside the 30. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Texans to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak, and right now looking good in this one as well. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Hutchins. He's going to look deep for more. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Bills are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
You can try and underthrow it and go back shoulder, but your timing has to be impeccable. And here, I think it's much more of a duck than a design back shoulder throw.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Allen going to throw. He'll get that one to Carter, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. On 1st down, Singletary. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. Right back to Singletary on 2nd down. A solid stiff arm. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 59 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Singletary here running out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to the 25.
The Bills on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right. You can't take a sack in that spot. Potentially now a 3-point swing right there.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, try to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. To throw on second down, Hutchins. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. Off the play fake, Hutchins. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. They'll look to throw again. He's going to try and go deep again.
And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's fourth down.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
For the Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
I think they still have to show him as a threat, make sure he touches it a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up?
And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the second straight play. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
The Bills on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Allen to throw it. He's got the hook up with Diggs.
And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
On the handoff, it's Singletary. And he's going to have a Bills first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
Allen running right on the option.
2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's second down. On the give, this is Singletary. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. The Bills on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Going deep for Diggs.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
The Bills send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be taken at the 13. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
From the gun, Hutchins.
Got this complete to the tight end Pitts.
And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. On 1st down, Hutchins. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Looking to throw. Hutchins. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Moore. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
Buffalo set to get the football back here.
These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Allen now looks to throw, and that's off the mark, incomplete. The Bills on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Allen. And it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. The passing game, they've had more success there than the running game. Maybe something they game planned for.
How come they didn't tell us about it?
Because they wanted to keep it a secret.
We did ask, didn't we? But I think what happened in this one is they've realized that they've established the run pretty well, and teams are going to key on that. They thought they could open it up and have success through the air, and that's exactly what's going on.
Yeah, they've had success, at least so far, here in the 2nd quarter. Back to throw. Hutchins. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Elijah Moore.
His second touchdown on the season.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That's why you've got your star out there. Throw the ball to him. They did.
That's simply saying we don't care what coverage you put out there. He's so good, we're going there with the football anyway, and there's not a thing you can do about it.
Inside the red zone, they go to him. He gets it done.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes Josh Allen and the Bills offense back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Back to the air on second down. It's Allen.
That's complete to his running back, Carter.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now Allen. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. They'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Bills send the punter out as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
6 yards left on second down.
Looking to throw. Hutchins. Again, he finds Moore. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Throwing on first down. Hutchins.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
And just a yard to go here on second down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw again. Powell on the catch. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
We got this.
So that challenge, a successful one.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September. We'll start up at TIAA Stadium in Jacksonville. And it's the Jaguars who are out in front. James Robinson, 3 touchdown runs. From there, we'll skip over to Louisiana to check in on the Saints at home in New Orleans. And they've got the lead over the visiting Arizona Cardinals. A touchdown there for Alvin Kamara. Lastly, let's get to the Windy City. See what's happening with the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. T. Higgins, a touchdown reception. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for the Texans. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
And the half will begin with a touchback. And the Texans getting ready to go here to begin the third quarter.
On 1st and 10, Hutchins.
That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off play action. Hutchins.
Checks this one down. It's Mitchell.
Not much there, only a yard. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hutchins. And his throw here's incomplete. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Again, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense him saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Now a dump off here complete, and he's able to get up here to the 26. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make this a 2nd down. A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Now Allen. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he is going to have a Bills first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Come on now. Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Singletary. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Right back to Singletary on second down. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. Throwing is Allen on third. Open man is Edwards. He's got it. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on third down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stopped him short.
The Bills send the punter out as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Ed Oliver, that time to want to get in there and bring him down.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And not much there at all, as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's more. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
The Texans send the punter out, standing right on his own 5-yard line. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. The Buffalo offense and Devin Singletary heading back out there. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's gotten off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he gets going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
90 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They give it off here to the tight end. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now they'll throw with Allen. His throw incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Allen going to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the 3rd quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, and one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the 2nd miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. On 2nd down, it's Mitchell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mitchell. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 1st down, Hutchins. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Larson. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. From the gun on 3rd down, Hutchins. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And Oliver picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And, Charles, they only needed a yard there. They try to pass the football. What do you think?
Well, I can't really go all out and kill them for the call because that 3rd and 1 fake and throw it over the top for a big play, that often does work. But in this situation, the pressure got to him.
The Texans send the punter out. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And that'll kick and go out of bounds just outside the 15 at the 16-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. To throw, it's Allen. He'll get that one to Carter, complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Throwing now is Allen. And that is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 2nd down now, it's Mitchell, and he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 68 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Throwing on 1st down, Hutchins. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. Touchdown, Houston. Elijah Moore, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans are going to be moving to 4-0 as they extend their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Buffalo offense back out ready to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Mike 22, he's coming. 22's coming. Mike.
Throwing to start the drive. Allen. He'll get this out wide to Singletary.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty as a result of that hit there.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out. And a 5-yard penalty. So that'll back him up 5.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Here's Allen. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That catch good for only a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 13 at the 44-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Allen. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Allen to throw once more.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Texans are going to take possession here at their own 33.
He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The Texans on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Now a handoff here to his running back. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said, but they can maybe take something positive out of this one. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. A good gain on 1st, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play that time on the catch and run.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 27. Allen. Throw right side complete to Carter. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Bills are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. So this drive spans 7 plays, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded right around the 8. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw on 2nd down, Hutchins.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. He's going to take another shot here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
The Texans send the punter out as he's on here to punt it away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Buffalo set to get the football back here. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Here's Allen to throw it. And And his throw is going to be incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. Winds up a very good call there defensively to challenge that one, as that now will wind up an incomplete pass.
Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. And here comes a big tight end as he gets set for this next drive. And the numbers show it, low involvement early. But since he's been involved, it's been a good thing for this offense.
Indeed it has, and when you're able to finally get him going, get him fully integrated into the offense, things feel a whole lot better for your team. It expands everything that they do trying to move the football.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Mitchell. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Back to throw. Hutchins. And that is incomplete. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And this one a 41-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good.
And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Josh Allen in the offense now. Down by 2 touchdowns. 1:46 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance.
Throwing is Allen.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Allen, a good rally to the football, keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Allen into the hands of Singletary.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
Here's Allen.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Now Allen. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. One final try here for Allen. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And they'll indeed take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Houston, hey, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers.